evening and welcome to Food Industry News. I'm Trigger Mortis. Tonight's top story is from our man on the ground, Laura Bowyer. She's at Pickstock Limited. Over to you, Laura Bowyer.
Thank you, Trigger. I'm here today at the offices of Pickstock Limited in Telford. I've had a tour of the state-of-the-art abattoir this afternoon and I can tell you it's truly fascinating. Pickstock is a family-run business which has been going for over 10 years. The company has recently relocated to Telford from Derbyshire and has taken over 90% of its workforce with it. The site processes mainly cull cows from the dairy herd and not prime beef. Pickstock has built a large amount of its business on the ever-increasing export trade. It now sends cattle products to Europe, Asia and Africa. McDonald's is one of the company's largest customers. Labels are key to the traceability of the firm and the rest of the supply chain. Labels list important information such as the plant number, which in the case of Pickstock is 2536, the beast's country of origin, packing and kill dates and batch dates. The slaughterhouse harvests saleable products from almost every part of the beast's carcass. According to Mintel market reports, sales of the fifth quarter, or offal, have increased year on year from 2009 to 2014. It's estimated now that the red offal market in the UK is worth a staggering £67 million. Pickstocks pride themselves on the animal welfare in their plant. The layerage is designed according to the theory held by Temple Grandin, an autism advocate and animal scientist. This involves a race which only allows animals to turn right, as Grandin believed that this direction was linked to positivity within the cow's mind. It is at the layerage where the process commences, and I thought it was very much a pleasant and calm environment. Cattle are unloaded firstly onto straw and then moved onto shavings. Animals do not need a heavy feed that morning before they go to the abattoir. Bulls are kept separate and horned animals are dealt with depending upon their temperament as well as the size of the group of animals that they enter on site with. Animals do not see each other being killed. They are killed and bled within 30 seconds or between 16 and 20 seconds on average. Carcasses are pH tested on the process line. This test can detect for stress. Pickstocks will investigate if they do indeed find a level of stress within the carcass, and they will use CCTV to see where this stress took place in the process. To remove the hide, electronic shocks are given either side of the spine. This causes rigour, allowing the hide to be stripped off. Next, the head is removed, stripped and inspected. The rib cage is split and the stomach is also removed and inspected. Following this, red offal is removed and checked for TB lesions. The carcass is halved and the spinal cord removed. This is very much a critical stage. Any hair which may be on the carcass is removed using a hoover, as this prevents contamination of the final product. A Food Standards Agency vet is always present on site, as it is their job to certify the meat as fit for human consumption. As Pickstocks take mainly cull cows, there is a relatively high level of carcass condemning that the vet has to deal with. FSA vets inspect the carcass on platforms which can move up and down the animal as it is hung. A slight incision is made into organs to check the quality. When red offal is removed, TB lesions are also checked for. The red offal is left overnight before packing to chill. On the other hand, the white offal, such as the tripe and the feet, is boxed on the same day and frozen for export. The internal hanging fat must be taken off the carcass before grading under EU and UK legislation. This is incinerated as it is deemed unfit for human consumption. The carcass is weighed and graded by 2 people. It is this stage which is vital for the farmer's payments, which are made in 3 days. The area of the carcass which is also seen as condemned also will affect the final payment to the farmer. Now that's all from me, Laura Bowyer at Pickstocks in Telford. Back to Trigger in the studio.